Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me on behalf of the university to welcome you all here to this wonderful event this morning. I am delighted that after almost 2 years, we are able to get together in person to celebrate the achievements of our wonderful graduates. And of course, this is due to the advance of the medicine and also all the other measures that are taken to enable us to get together in person here this morning. This is a wonderful event, and I'm sure, like my colleagues and at the university, there's academics and our professional service colleagues, support staff, and yourself will be very proud today when you see your loved ones going through the stage and getting their degrees confirmed. Of course, this is a very important step for our graduates to start their next ambitions, their plans to obviously, achieve further endeavors. So I will cap all our graduates as they walk through the stage here. And at the end, I will also tell you about the achievements of the university and also our departments in the Faculty of Engineering. And afterwards, depending on the weather, we may be able to process to the Learning and Teaching building for reception. Of course, everybody here is warmly invited to take part and join the reception. And as I say, it is a great day to celebrate achievements of our students. And also, may I remind you that as they come and, get their parchments, and they are cupped and they get parchments, I am sure you will not feel restrained to make sure that we all hear that you are here and very warmly celebrating your loved ones' achievements. So now I declare this congregation formally open, and I would like to invite Dr. Phil Riches, who is Associate Dean in the Faculty of Engineering, to present our students to receive their degrees. Thank you very much.
Executive Dean, in the name of the university and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Doctor of Engineering in Medical Devices, Bukola Afuye Amulaye Atoye. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for Research in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, Svetoslava Vasileva-Angelova. For Research in the Department of Chemical and Process Engineering, Maria Cecilia Barrera. McLean Jacob Eniotu. For the degree of Master of Research in Biofluid Mechanics, Keelan Elizabeth Quirk. For the degree of Master of Science in Biofluid Mechanics, Aaron Murray Miller. Fergus Peter Geary Walker. In Biomedical Engineering, Mohammed Damola Bello. Claudio Casti. Justine Rosamund Clark. Matthew Stephen Groves. Rebecca Stewart Hunter. Rebecca King. Lucas John Leffler. Alexandra Grace Leggetti. Varsha Margret. Tafila Peter. Mark Sweeney. In prosthetics and orthotics, Matthias Lehnen. Fiona Louise Spears. Martha Grace Whittle. In advanced chemical engineering, Adedanzola Aishat Adigun. Keshav Haresh Rao. Scott Adam Hughes. Sumya Lanki. Jamie MacDonald. Michael Neil McIntosh. Blair McGilvray. Irene Moreno Flores. Mohammed Ilman bin Aslin Shah. Jonathan English O'Donnell. Ruosh Sadi. Dylan Jake Wooldy. In process technology and management, Christopher Fannon. In sustainable engineering, chemical processing, Laura de Mello Cogazino. Nabil Saad Salih Nazrawi. For the degree of Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, David Craig. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering, Amal Kababti. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Prosthetics and Orthotics, Juliana Boyce. Matthew Crawford. Alice Haynes. For the degree of Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Joyce Raisa Yaho Janju.
Let me welcome you once again very warmly to this special ceremony and memorable day, a day that marks the culmination of many years of demanding work and dedication of our new graduates. And now you have graduated in front of your family, friends, and supporters. So I would like to begin my address by congratulating our graduates of 2021 on their achievements and their success with a round of applause from all of us here. In a short while, you'll be invited to join an academic procession when we leave the hall. This is a symbol that you are no longer students, but are now full members of the academic community at Strathclyde, one that numbers over 175,000 across the world. You join such esteemed company as David Livingstone, John Logie Baird, Dame Alicia Agnolini, Helen Liddell, Baroness Annabel Goldie, Sir Tom Hunter. From today, you will go on to take the next steps in realizing your dreams and ambitions. It is important that we acknowledge and recognize that you are graduating at a time when the world faces many challenges. This November, we are celebrating our first in-person graduation ceremony since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, which has had far-reaching and unprecedented effects on all of our lives. The pandemic has challenged our health systems, impacted our economies, and changed the way we work. But it has also demonstrated what the society can achieve when we work together, and it has placed science at the forefront of the solutions to the challenges we face. For it was science and universities that delivered vaccines for the COVID-19 virus in record time, and it is science and education that will help us address the most pressing issues of our day, climate change. As I'm sure most of you will know, earlier this month, Glasgow hosted COP26, the summit of world leaders and nations which came together to agree measures to prevent catastrophic warming of our planet. Several important pledges were made at that gathering, and it will be up to all of us as citizens to ensure those promises are kept, to push for further changes, and to play our part in putting in place the scientific and social solutions to making net zero happen. As a university community, we are very aware of our responsibilities to reduce our impact on the planet, which is why we have set a target to reduce our carbon emissions by 70% by 2025 and reach net zero by 2040 or earlier. We must also recognize that the challenges of coronavirus and climate change have exposed divisions in our societies, weaknesses in our systems, and even seen the denial of science and expert knowledge. Strathclyde is an institution where freedom of thought is encouraged and valued, an institution exemplified by tolerance and inclusivity, one which seeks to play a significant role in shaping the world we live in through our teaching, research, and through you, our graduates. Now, as graduates of Strathclyde, you too must play your part in drawing upon the knowledge you have gained here and the learning that is still to come to build a brighter future. COP saw former US President Barack Obama come to Strathclyde to speak with students about the important role that the youth and young people of the world will play in tackling climate change. The 44th President had a simple but powerful message for those who had gathered outside our learning and teaching building to see him. That includes our Vice President of the Student Union here today and also was one of the parties there. Pausing on the steps, he shouted to the crowd, "Get active." This is an appeal that I know our graduates will act upon. And in getting active, we hope you will demonstrate Strathclyde's socially progressive values and ethos of tolerance, pluralism, and a desire to make a positive difference. As graduates, you must champion knowledge and address injustice. I am confident that you will do this because you go out into the world equipped with the most valuable asset, knowledge. The Strathclyde degree that you now hold in your hands is your passport to success as you rise to meet the challenges ahead. I know that in reaching this moment, you will all have had the support and encouragement of your families, friends, teachers, and mentors. Many of them will be here today in person or thinking of you on this special occasion, and I am sure you are extremely grateful for their support. Let us take the opportunity to show our appreciation and gratitude with a round of applause. Similarly, all of our graduates have been helped by our wonderful staff who have worked hard to provide you with a first-class education and outstanding student experience, and for whom your success is their reward. So graduates, please join me in showing your appreciation to them. Your success and our success as a university is in no small part due to the efforts of our staff who are delivering our vision of Strathclyde as a leading international technological university that is socially progressive. Of all the key figures who have made this university what it is, Professor John Anderson, who was the one who made it possible back in 1796 when Strathclyde was founded during the Scottish Enlightenment, for the benefit of all mankind, as a place of useful learning. Anderson believed in knowledge for the greater good and education for all, what we call widening participation today, and we have remained faithful to our founding principles. Strathclyde is at the forefront of widening access to higher education, welcoming those with the ability to learn regardless of their personal circumstances. This year, we met the Scottish Government target of 20% of our new students coming from the 20% most challenged areas of the country. We have achieved this while having some of the highest entrance requirements in the UK. Our ethos of useful learning continues to apply today too, as we seek to gain new knowledge and understanding that we can apply to the challenges of our day. We are a research-intensive university whose vision is to make a positive difference to the lives of our students, to society, and to the world. Through our groundbreaking research, we are helping to change the world for better. Our scientists and researchers are leading the development of innovative technologies that will facilitate the transition from fossil fuels to the clean, sustainable energy sources such as wind, solar, hydrogen, that will power our future world and tackle climate change. We are developing new drugs using new digital manufacturing processes that will provide cheaper, more effective treatments in the fight against cancer. kidney diseases and inflammatory diseases, while also helping our health services evolve to face the challenges of health and social care in the changing demographics of the 21st century. Through our focus on entrepreneurial education, we are helping students and staff to create new businesses with sustainability in mind, which in turn are creating jobs and supporting economic growth. We are leading the revitalization of this part of the city through the Glasgow City Innovation District, which is attracting companies, both large and small, to work with the university to create new ideas, technologies, and solutions to a range of problems in health tech, fintech, 5G, industrial informatics, space and quantum, much of which is based within our Technology and Innovation Centre. We are also growing Scotland's manufacturing capabilities as part of the fourth industrial revolution, which will see digitalization, automation, and artificial intelligence to transform the sector and provide huge economic and employment opportunities. Much of this work is taking place in the Advanced Manufacturing Innovation District, Scotland, out near to Glasgow Airport, where the National Manufacturing Institute Scotland facility, operated by Strathclyde University, is under construction. We also work to inform public policy on national economic strategy, education, productivity, and workplace strategies through our various research institutes. Our globally minded staff and students are working in sustainable development and addressing inequalities in places such as India, Malawi, and Gambia to establish clean water, renewable power supplies, and healthcare facilities. And we understand the value of successfully working in partnership with business, government, and the third sector to make a difference as we extend our global reach through academic partnerships with other leading universities, including Stanford, NYU, MIT, Caltech, Tsinghua, Nanyang Technological University, and the National University of Singapore. As a university, we are continually working to enhance our student experience, investing in our campus, as evidenced by our new Strathclyde Sport and Learning and Teaching building, and investing in health and well-being services, putting our students at the heart of everything we do. Our progress and efforts in all of these areas have been greatly recognized in recent years with a host of awards. We became the only university to win the Times Higher Education UK University of the Year twice, having won the accolade again in 2019. We have also been named Business School of the Year, Workplace of the Year, and Research Project of the Year in recent years. It has also been a year of significant progress within our Faculty of Engineering. Our Faculty of Engineering was active in events throughout COP26, observing in the Blue Zone, demonstrating our world-class research and innovation, providing expert commentary and informing discussion and debates. In her keynote speech at the university to launch the Scottish Government's COP ambitions, the First Minister underlined our long track record in innovation and our reputation for research that, in her words, will undoubtedly help lead Scotland and the whole world into the net zero age. Strathclyde engineers are at the forefront of our understanding of sustainability and the world around us. Indeed, we have a unique place in history as the world's first wind turbine was developed here in 1885 by James Blyth. Today, Strathclyde engineers are recognized in the research field of energy innovation, energy policy, and sustainable development, and as champions of the journey to net zero. We are particularly proud to have a Queen's Anniversary Award for Higher and Further Education, the highest national honor conferred on the sector, for excellence in energy innovation. We are also at the forefront of research and innovation in a wide range of sectors, from health to space and from shipping to 5G communications. Last month, the Institute and the world's largest aerospace company, Boeing, opened a new research and development facility in collaboration with Strathclyde Advanced Forming Research Center. The facility will see the delivery of Boeing's $11.8 million research and development program and will reduce materials waste and improve safety, productivity, and the environmental impact of aircraft. A new guide detailing all of the technologies that can help to decarbonize the UK energy system and achieve net zero has been produced by Dr. James Dixon and his colleagues in the Department of Electronic and Electrical Engineering. The Energy Technologies for Net Zero Guide, published by the Institution of Energy and Technology, is intended to help the public, policymakers, and anyone invested in transitioning to a low-carbon future understand the options and technologies available. Strathclyde is one of the 8 partners in a consortium awarded $1.3 million to develop a national hydrogen highway network, integrating land, sea, and ports. In a project led by the Port of London Authority, a research group led by Professor Longbin Tao in Naval Architecture, Ocean and Marine Engineering Department will lead the assessment of the offshore hydrogen generation capabilities and be a major contributor to autonomous ship design, development of automated mooring, berthing, and energy management system. The sight of ducklings paddling in a line behind their mother is a common sight in rivers and ponds across the country. But just why do they swim in that formation? Research team led by Dr. Jiming Yuan in the Department of Naval Architecture, Ocean and Marine Engineering believe they have discovered the reason, which could also have applications in maritime shipping. The role of fungi in helping to prevent landslips is being investigated in research led at Strathclyde. The project's lead researcher, Dr. Grania Al-Muhtazer, has received a Future Leaders Fellowship worth $1.3 million over 4 years from the UK Research and Innovation for the project. The study will explore the use of fungi and their properties in strengthening soil and reducing infiltration of rainwater, which is a common cause of landslips. Low-cost screen-printed carbon sensors have been used to rapidly detect bacteria commonly found in wounds, which could pave the way for a real-time medical device. A study carried out by Professor Trish Connolly of Biomedical Engineering and her team and NHS Ayrshire and Arran used sensitive portable electromechanical sensors which detected infections in clinical samples with half an hour, much quicker than current hospital laboratory testing. Earlier this month, Strathclyde became a member of the International Astronautical Federation, the world's leading space advocacy body. Professor Max Vasile, Director of Aerospace Center of Excellence at the university, presented on the university's Space Research Cluster at the International Astronautical Congress, the largest international space event in Dubai. A Strathclyde student, Finlay Harris, who is studying in the Department of Electronic and Electrical Engineering, is one of the 12 inaugural recipients of the Amazon Future Engineer bursaries, a new bursary between the Royal Academy of Engineering and Amazon. A pioneering new partnership between the university and Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland is bidding to kickstart a revolution in stroke care. Dr. Andy Kerr and his colleagues in our Department of Biomedical Engineering is working with the charity to integrate cutting-edge research in areas like robotics and computer gaming technology with Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland's hospitals and home services. A University of Strathclyde researcher has been named as Deputy Director of a UK-wide research programme on carbon capture and storage. Dr. Jen Roberts, a Chancellor's Fellow in Strathclyde's Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, is one of 9 co-investigators with the UK Carbon Capture and Storage Centre and one of 2 new members recruited through new funding from the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. She will be the network's early career researcher-led. Two students who created a new prosthetic hand concept were recognized in one of Scotland's longest-running enterprise competitions, winning £1,200 to move their business onto the next level. James Swinburne and Fergal Mackey of Strathclyde's Department of Design, Manufacturing and Engineering Management were named winners of Fresh Ideas competition for their business startup. In April, Dr. Junshi Wu, Chancellor's Fellow in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, received just under £380,000 from the Medical Research Council to develop a bioartificial artery to treat cardiovascular diseases. Dr. Andy Ward, Chancellor's Fellow, and his colleagues in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering from the Strathclyde and the Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Bombay, have demonstrated a low-cost sensor that can detect fragments and virus responsible for COVID-19 within wastewater. The world's first green submarine is one of 5 maritime projects involving the University of Strathclyde to win UK government funding worth a total of 1.7 million. The successful project, which involved researchers from the university's Naval Architecture, Ocean and Marine Engineering Department, and are among 25 winning projects of the 23 million Clean Maritime Demonstration Competition. So it was my great pleasure to give you some updates on what's happening at your university and in the Faculty of Engineering. Now, once again, let's applaud our great graduates before we continue with the procession. Thank you.